Welcome to the solo bouldering experience. First off, we kind of have to eat. We have a half-eaten Hershey's bar, half-eaten rotisserie chicken from last night, half-eaten bag of chips from last night. Oh, that's nasty. I don't know if you've ever had cold last night rotisserie chicken, but let me tell you, it's not the best thing in the world. But because this was only $4.18 and I saved $2.76 because I got it at Walmart when it's closing time, it's one of the best financial decisions I've ever made in my entire life. Not the best flavor decision I've ever made in my entire life, but it shall suffice. In addition though, this is the good part. I got this Hershey's bar with almonds in it. Now pay quick attention to what I could do. I could snap it in half, and now I have 5 individual pieces. Now, because I am a human being, I'm gonna eat all of this. It just tastes real good. There's no downsides to this. God damn, this is good. And then lastly, we have some chips that I got the other day. It's really good. There's no downside. Now, the reason why the breakfast is this abundant was because yesterday, I kind of skipped breakfast and I got lost for 2 hours in the thick foliage. And I was just cursing life. So today, even if I don't get lost, or even if I do get lost, I shall make it just fine. Now, why would I be getting lost? Well, that's because, well, first off, we gotta look at why getting lost is a problem. Getting lost is a problem because I'm carrying all this stuff. I got my backpack, I got my 2 crash pads plus 2 crash pads, quick map, that's 4 crash pads. Now, how do I go about and carry all these crash pads at once? Quite simple, actually. First, you put on the backpack. It's important to put on the backpack first because we want the straps of the 2 pads to lock in the straps of the backpack pad so it can't fall over. Now, instead of holding them like this, which is really hard because they drag on the ground given my anatomy type, what you want to do is take it from the inside straps right here and right here and pop it into the nooks of your elbows, and then you rest your hands like this, and then you can walk like this for a pretty good amount of time. However, this is the easy part. Second down. It's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, it's more cumbersome than anything else. Here we go again. Now the hardest thing about carrying 4 crash pads at once is when I get to the talus fields and I have to make my way up like this. Now normally I have no problem climbing these talus fields like this if I wasn't encumbered by a backpack and 4 crash pads. It's light work for me. And as you can see, when I'm climbing these things, I switch my grip on the crash pads. This allows me to toss them in front of my body and kind of use them as extra limbs to crawl my way up these talus fields. I will say this just to be a bit transparent. These talus fields that I'm climbing right now are actually really friendly compared to the ones I've done before. Okay, we have made it to the boulder. This is Apples and Banana V7. Now, the way I like to warm up is I just like to find good holes, like, oh, right over here. And when I find the good hold, I'll just start pulling on it. That's basically it. And I'll hang from it a little bit. Of course, I'll also go to my boulder problem of choice for the day and practice just pulling on those holes just to see the position, see how it feels like. But I typically don't climb easier climbs to warm up. If I was indoors, of course I would, but when I'm outdoors, I just go straight to my project. Whatever it is I decide, I just start pulling on the holes around it until I feel warmed up, and I start giving half-hearted attempts until I'm really 100% warmed up, and then I try to give it sin goals, right? After I figure out beta, all that stuff. Okay, let's quickly break down this boulder. So you're gonna start your left hand on this really good horn type shape, really good. Here's the left starting hold, and you could activate a little thumb action on the side, which makes it a lot better. And as you can see, it's quite juggy for what it is. Your right hand on this humongous side pole, which is excellent, that you could totally take anywhere. I like to put my thumb right here on this really sharp corner. It digs in a little bit, but does make the hole feel much better. From here, you're gonna hunk to this super in-cut triangle shape, triangle super in-cut crimper that I like to take with 2 fingers up here and 2 fingers down here. As you can see, it's kind of like that. And then when you crimp down on it, it becomes kind of like this way of action. Is really small, but it's super in-cut, and I taped up my fingers because it was cutting into my skin. But again, as you can see, it's like really small but super in-cut. From here, you're gonna do the one mover all the way up to this sloper. Pretty good. You get a lot of your digits in just right here. Bah, a good slap, a good hold, as you can see with the left hand. And once you get this sloper, you're basically just gonna top out on jugs and it's over. I would like to highlight that this boulder problem does start you on this pretty steepness, and then from here you have to go up and over this lip in order to catch the sloper, and you're gonna have a pretty good swing. Whee! And then you'll go back in. That's about it. I got it! Now, while bringing the pads up here was quite the endeavor, to bring it back down is actually a lot simpler. All you really gotta do is that you want it to go. So behind me, we have the tree hugger direct. V7, and you start on this crimp, which I take as an undercling with a pinch thumb. Flake right here, which you could take as a crimp on top, but I opt to take kind of like as a undercling side pole with my thumb wrapped around on top, which is pretty important because right here on this corner there's a bit of a lip where your thumb could catch it, therefore gives you a little bit more friction to be pulling inwards. And on this undercling, which I take as a pinch, the right hand undercling is pretty huge, but it's really bad. The only good part is this part right here, right on the corner, where you could take with your pinky and ring finger like that, and it has a little catch to it, and then I pinch it right here on this little ledge right here, turning it into a pinch, and I hold it just like that. From here, it's gonna be a really hard establish. You're gonna toss the right hand to the lip, up to this lip, wherever you deem fit. You could even meat hook this if you like, but I just lift the right hand here, and then you're basically done. Once you get there, honestly, I like to mash my left hand here, and then toss the left hand all the way up here to this hole, match that hole. Right here's the right hand where you go up. It's kind of like sloping in a circle fashion, and then you're gonna match it and then go to the jug right over there. Here's the top jug that you take. Eventually you're gonna match it as well. It's super good. You could basically do a one-arm pull-up on. Also, there's probably only one real thing that I don't like about this boulder, is that it's a sit-start boulder on underclings. So if you know anything about underclings, the higher you are, the better, which means if you decided to stack pads, doing so significantly makes the start move that much easier. That's it. Besides that, I thought it was a pretty neat boulder. 2 V7s for me today. Both of them were one movers basically. This one was much harder than the first one. Congratulations, and I'm about to go jump in the lake because I hear that's something you should do. By the way, fun fact about me, I can tread water for approximately 5 to 10 seconds, and I can swim approximately 20 yards before I'm a gas and I die. Basically, I suck at swimming. And now I'm at McDo. I'm about to eat some food while watching anime, then edit my videos. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, partner.